Hello.
Hello, my name is Christina Edwards, and I am going to take you through a short mini sequence of Lakshmi Volkler chair yoga. Let's begin by coming into seated mountain. Seated mountain, you want to make sure you have a stable chair and go ahead and sit close to the front edge without falling forward on your chair. You can let your palms rest on your thighs. We're going to sit very comfortably in the chair. So you want to feel your sit bones rooting down into your seat. You want to feel the feet connecting with the earth beneath you. Now let's check our alignment. We want to ensure that our hips are in line with our knees are in line with our ankles, so that we have 90-degree angles. And then taking your two fists together, place them right between your thighs, right above the knees, and make sure you've got that proper hip alignment. Good. All right. Now, let's go ahead and align through the upper body. So lifting your sternum toward the sky, going to lift up through the crown of the head and relax the shoulders. Bring them up, back, and down. This is sitting mountain. If you're comfortable to do so, please close your eyes. And if you'd like to turn your palms face up to receive or face down for grounding, just begin to observe your breath. We're going to practice Dirga breathing. So as you breathe in, feeling everything in the abdomen, the torso, the ribs, the lungs expanding, filling up like a big balloon. And then letting the air out slowly as everything relaxes. And again, lifting, expanding, exhale, contracting. Feel the press points in your feet rooting down through the ground as you continue this Dirga three-part breath. Bringing your body, your mind, and your spirit into this present moment. You are here. You have arrived. And tell yourself, I am the mountain. I am strong. I am stable. I am secure. Let's gently open our eyes if we had them closed. We're going to begin some joint movements for the upper body and for the lower body to get us prepared for the asana portion of our practice. So let us begin by bringing the hands out to the sides. And we're just going to lift the arms straight out. Now this might be where you stop. If you wish, rotate your palms, spread your fingers wide, and maybe you continue as you breathe in, bringing those arms straight up, going wherever it's available for you today, and then bringing them back down, turning the palms to the ground to protect the shoulders and letting the arms come back down. Let's repeat that one more time. Let's inhale, raise the arms, maybe they're here. Turn the palms, rotate back down, and bring them down. Wherever you are today is wonderful. All right, let's bring the hands out in front. And yours might be here, you might be here at chest height. And we're just going to begin to rotate the wrists and spread the fingers one at a time. And then rotate the wrists and fingers, moving in the opposite direction. Good. Beautiful job. Now, with your palms facing in toward each other and your fingers spreading apart, let's open and expand as we lift the sternum, lift the gaze just slightly toward the top edge of the ceiling where the ceiling meets the wall. And then exhale. Draw your navel in as you do a little C curve in that thoracic spine. Open and expand. Lift your heart. Exhale, contract. And remember, you might be doing a larger expansion or a smaller expansion. Just moving at your own pace. Maybe your hands are here and you're opening and closing. Good. All right. Let's bring our fingertips right on top of our shoulders, and your elbows might be low, or maybe you have your elbows lifting a little higher. And we're going to take our wings and we're just going to bring the elbows forward, down, back. Forward, down, and back. Good. And then go back, down, and forward. Just getting into the shoulder joints a little bit more here. And your circles might be small. They might be large. Let them be an expression of where you are today. Beautiful. All right. Now let's place our hands back down. We're going to do a lateral stretch for our spine, and the body loves to move laterally. So if you would like, you can place your hands on your waistline right above your hips and just bend to the side, come back through center, really pressing down into your feet, keeping your sit bones on your seat. And just bending to the side. Good. Option here is to bring the hands to the shoulders. Another option is to reach one arm up, the other arm down. As you go from side to side, just exploring what feels natural, what feels comfortable in your body. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time each way. All right. Now let's bring our hands back to our waist. And we're just going to circle the body around, making sure that our seat stays rooted into the chair. Nice deep breaths. Circle the other way. Notice we're moving down the body as we warm up. Good. One more circle. Come back to that neutral spine. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do some lower body flexibility movements. So we're just going to lift the heel of the right foot and then place it back down. Now, if available to you, you can pick up the foot, maybe take your hands underneath that knee and lift it and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Perhaps you lift, you extend, you bend, and you lower. Okay? Lift, extend, bend, lower. Feel those hip flexors activating here. Good. Let's do the other side. So we'll begin by lifting the heel up and down, and this might be where you stay. Option to bring the hands underneath the thigh, lift the foot, and lower. Lift and lower. And when you're lifting and lowering, make sure the opposite side is pressing into the ground. Maybe you lift, extend, bend, and lower. Lift, extend, bend, and lower. Beautiful job. Okay. Now we've got all the major joints nice and warm and ready to go. Let's start with a warrior pose, and we're going to do warrior one. So what we're going to do is come to the side of the chair. Okay, so we want to make sure once again that we are fully on the chair. I'm going to keep my left knee forward and bring the right toes back. So maybe this is my warrior one today. And then raise the arms, just float them out in front of you. Okay, let's set up the lower body first. So if this is comfortable, stay here. If you want to take the foot back a little bit further or even further so that the hip and the knee are pointing straight down and you're on the ball of that right foot, that's available to you as well. Go for it. That front knee is lined up with the front ankle and the hands can be wherever is comfortable. Maybe you float them up, coming into your Virabhadrasana Warrior One. And remember, lots of options here for your Warrior One. Keep the breath full and deep. Relax the shoulders. Feel the muscles activating in your Warrior One position. Stay for one more breath. And we'll bring the hands back to the heart. If they're not already down, bring them to your lap. You might want to reach back for the outer portion of the leg and bring it back forward next to the left leg. All right. Now we're going to just rotate back around to the front of our chair and return to your sitting mountain pose. Establish your foundation here through your mountain. The next pose we're going to do is going to be a balancing posture. We're going to do Virabhadrasana tree pose. So your tree is going to establish its root system. So let's imagine that our right foot is the root system of our tree. So we are digging a hole, planting our roots. And then maybe the left foot comes right next to the right, and the knee opens out to the side. And your tree begins to grow. Now, perhaps you need a little more sun, a little more water, and you're growing a little bit higher toward the sun. Maybe you bring the outer edge of the left foot down and you open out a little bit more with that left knee. And maybe your branches start to lift toward the sun. Maybe even higher over your head. You're still a breathing, living tree. Or perhaps your tree is able to come up to the top of the thigh. So you bring that limb up, flexing the foot, and bringing your tree here. And once again, taking the branches of the tree wherever is available to you. Breathing in and out. Beautiful. Right. Gently place the foot back down if you had it lifted, and we'll do the other side. So digging the hole for the roots, starting small, maybe a little bit more, maybe all the way up. Allow your tree to grow. Imagine what kind of tree you are. Perhaps today you're a mighty oak. Beautiful. Wherever you are, allow the feet to come back to the earth. Realign, reestablish, come back to seated mountain. Feel the effects of the posture. Now, I'd like to share with you One of my favorite postures, Upavista Konasana, wide angle fold. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach underneath the bend in the knees and make a V shape. Okay, we're going to bring the heels in and the toes slightly out, the knees opening out to the sides. Now your V might be narrow, your V might be wider, or it might be really wide. Okay, you want to feel a little bit of sensation here in the inner thighs and groin area. Your seat is rooting, hands are resting above the knees on the thighs, heels are in, and toes are pointing out. So what we're going to do is we are going to fold forward. Remember not to bring the head below the heart, especially if you have unmedicated high blood pressure. So here we go. We're just going to lean forward, keeping our seat rooting into the chair. Just coming forward with that neutral spine, pulling forward through the crown of the head, pressing firmly into both feet. Coming only as far as it feels good in our bodies. Option here, you might want to just stay in a neutral spine, and you might be feeling enough sensation where you do not want to fold forward. Another option would be to have the heels in closer together and fold forward. Maybe your V is even more narrow and you fold forward. And then on an in-breath, come back up. If your knees are apart, bring them back together. Return to your sitting mountain pose. Notice the effects. Be open to receive. Feel very secure in your body, very grounded. Coming into our final relaxation, allow yourself to tune out the external world and bring your attention inward. Come back to that Dirga breath. Filling, expanding, exhaling, contracting. Let there be a smile on your face, joy in your heart. And if you're comfortable to do so, bring your hands together at your heart, showing gratitude for showing up for practice today, thanking your body for all it does for you each and every day. It has been an honor to guide you through this mini sequence. I hope we meet again soon. Until we meet again, namaste.